Many people are getting confused with how to do the loft exercises in either in Unit 5 or Unit 6. So let's quickly go over loft. Basically, what loft does is it takes one shape, and then it has to be a closed shape because it's just like an extrude, and then matches that to another shape and kind of blends between the two. So let's go ahead and start a 2D sketch, and I'll do something similar to what we have in the exercise. So we'll make a block and we'll extrude that. We'll go quite that far. There we go. So you start off with a block, and now we have to cut two different V shapes out of it. What I tell people is to start simple, all right? So go with just 3 lines, no dimensions to start off with, all right? Because you want to make sure this is closed. Most times, 9 out of 10, maybe even more, when this goes bad, it is because you have drawn it. So you either have extra lines or the lines aren't closed. So once you get 3 lines and 3 lines only, what you want to do is grab the corners and see that they move. All right, so it doesn't open up. So grab each of the corners, and you'll notice that it doesn't the sketch stays together. All right. The other place, the other 1 out of 10 times that a problem goes is you want to put this in the middle, so you'll go from the end of that point to the midpoint of this one, and then you will say, I want this to be vertical, and that works great. But you forget to change this to construction line, and then when you do that, you can't tell where's the inside and where's the outside. So right click to give that construction, and then that's going to work. I personally leave off all the dimensions because it makes it easier to debug at the very start. So let's finish that sketch, go around to the back side, make another sketch, and I'm going to lay in the 3 triangles. Got those laid in, test it, drag it around, make sure they don't open up on you. There we go. And you can drag it around and then just undo, and then it all goes back, and so it's all good. It's all cool. Once again, no dimensions. Finish the sketch, and then now we're going to go to the Loft command. So we click on Loft, drag this over to where we can see it, and so here it doesn't automatically do it for you like Extrude does. So we're going to say sections. Remember, it goes from section to section. So we're going to go click to add, and then we're going to pick a section. So we're going to pick this section. And when we pick it, if it works, it changes colors. If it doesn't work because you have a problem, either it's open or you have multiple lines and you can't figure out which line you want to do, it will simply not work. It will not allow you to add it in. All right. Same thing here. If you go click to add and then click on the sketch, all right, if it doesn't work, this doesn't appear, this doesn't add the second sketch. All right, it just kind of seems to fail. So make certain that you have a closed sketch with no extra lines, and all your extraneous lines that are helpful to build it are construction lines. So once you do that, you can see it takes that first sketch and then it maps it back. It just makes a straight line between it. All right, I see kids putting a line. You don't have to do that. It does it all automatically. Let's tell it to cut, and then it's going to cut through. So you can see it cuts through. Now what you can do is open up your Loft, right click your sketch, and now you can go back in and start putting in dimensions. That way you know it's all works. So let's say 0.25. I have no idea what these dimensions really are. You have to look down at the exercise. I'm just currently making them up because it looks pretty good. All right, and let's say, oh, that's already defined. All right, so there we go. So finish the sketch, and it automatically updates. All right. The only other thing that I see people doing is occasionally they will get a little thin sliver up here. Like it will cut through, but then you'll still see a line or a face that goes all the way through. What's happening there? If we look at this sketch here. All right. If we look at this sketch, what happens there is this line, this blue line here, is not coincident with the top of this. So if you have to go in and make certain, and I should get an error here because mine are coincidence. So adding this constraint will over constrain the sketch. That's because that is already there. But if you're having that trouble, go back and look at that. So hopefully this helps, guys.